So, not long after I started in ministry here at Southridge, I was teaching a lesson on grace to our kids. I explained that grace is a gift that we don't deserve, but God gives it to us freely. To help drive the point home, I gave each kid a pack of Starburst, just the little 2-pack of Starburst. But I had told them not to eat it yet. They had to hold on to it until later. And then there came the twist. I gave them this impossible challenge. I said, listen, this is what I want you to do. You have 30 seconds to do 100 jumping jacks. If you do it, you get to keep the candy. If not, you have to give it back to me. They were so excited. They were like, yeah, we got this. So they tried, and of course, by the time the 30 seconds ran out, most of them had barely made it to 40 jumping jacks. So I step off the stage to collect the candy, knowing full well that I wasn't actually going to take it from them. But before I could even explain, one little boy stands up and angrily and frustrated, he takes his candy and he launches it straight at me and hits me. I'll be honest, my first instinct was to kind of like, what are you doing? But instead, I took a deep breath, I picked up the candy, I walked over to him, and I gently said, the rules were simple, but here's the truth. You were always going to get to keep the candy. That's grace. You did not earn this, but I want you to have it anyways. Literally, he sat there crying. At first, he didn't want to take it back. He was like, no. But eventually he did. In that moment, he experienced something that we all wrestle with. What do we do when we're faced with a second chance? That moment made me think of Genesis 44. So Joseph is standing before his brothers, the same ones who sold him into slavery. They didn't recognize him yet. All they know is that their youngest brother, Benjamin, has been framed for stealing a cup. And now Joseph says Benjamin has to stay behind as a slave. This is a moment Joseph had been waiting for. Would they repeat the past? Would they respond differently? And it's Judah. Judah, the very one who came up with the idea to even sell Joseph years before, who steps forward and says, take me instead. Makes me think of the Hunger Games. I volunteer as tribute. Joseph didn't want revenge. He wanted proof that their hearts had changed. And that's exactly what Judah gave him. He stood up, he said, right here, I volunteer. He took responsibility, and in doing so, he redeemed what once had been broken. It was a picture of what God wants for us too. You see, God isn't looking for perfect people. He's looking for changed people. He's not always asking for an apology. He's watching for a different reaction, a new response, a heart that says, I won't do what I used to. I've been transformed. When God gives us second chances, how do you respond? Does your reaction prove that He's been changing you? Grace means that we don't get what we deserve. We get what God chooses to give. Don't throw away a moment. When the test comes again, and it will come, let your response reflect the growth that God's been doing in you. Step into the proof of change.